that broad that's running around bragging about getting raw dog, that little old ain't nothing but a cum bucket. I said, no, she a disgusting little old mother.
I hate her. She's delivering a whole spirit among young girls. That's Charleston White, and to prove his point, he went nuclear, leaking what he claims is Sexyy Red's medical report while naming rappers he says got exposed. And these weren't just random names, these were heavy hitters, the kind of figures that make the entire hip-hop world stop scrolling in shock. But here's the kicker. Charleston didn't just call her out, he straight up painted her as a contaminated woman, linking it to the same wild, risky lifestyle she raps about. And once those so-called receipts hit social media, the chaos was instant.
Not only that, that mother will keep a bacterial infection. Don't wash their nuts consistently for you to let everybody raw dog you. And that gonna be a little funky.
Fans went wild, connecting dots from club appearances to Instagram pics to all the messy baby daddy drama she's been wrapped up in. The fallout from this leak is insane, and trust me, the list of names Charleston White threw out will leave you stunned. People are whispering that Drake might not have been the only one she was messing with, and the rumors just keep spiraling. Now, everyone knows Charleston White doesn't bite his tongue, but this time, he went full savage mode. He claimed her behavior was reckless, even posting a zoomed-in picture of her with what looked like a mark on her mouth, captioning it, "I ain't lied yet. Keep eating that brown booty hole and messing raw." Basically, he's insinuating Sexyy Red has an STD, tying it to the same wild lyrics that made her blow up with hits like Ski Yee. And Charleston didn't stop there. He got graphic, claiming her body was holding onto a bacterial infection and that the image she pushes in her music was now haunting her real life. He said, "And it ain't just you. Dudes don't even wash themselves right. And you out here letting everybody raw dog you. Of course that ouchie gonna get funky, yo." You gotta hear exactly what Charleston said for yourself.
No. Sexyy Red looked like the type of girls like back in the days, like you walk in the room and you'd be like, smell like somebody was f***ing in here.
Now, Charleston wasn't just clowning her for a laugh. He was pointing straight at the dangers of her wild history. That's why he went as far as dropping what looked like her medical report. And once that hit the net, the whole situation exploded. Social media lit up with people connecting the dots to every rapper and partner she's been linked to. So let's break it down, because one of the wildest names tied into this is Gucci Third Leg.
And what's crazy is I seen a video, I seen a video where she said her own was stinking.
The claims around him had folks shook. An ex even accused him of passing her heartbeats. And word is, he knew about it. That right there had timelines spiraling out of control. And it doesn't stop. This same dude bragged about sleeping with over 3,000 women and even collabing with adult content stars. So when people saw his name linked with Sexyy Red, the gossip cooked up fast. For someone that active, fans started speculating that she could have been exposed without even knowing it. Sexyy Red herself even hit Instagram to vent, saying she's sick of the constant rumors about her brown booty hole. But the comments didn't let up. Folks were already convinced they had the answer, with one user even posting, "She got it from Gucci Third Leg." That's when Charleston dropped the alleged paperwork and suddenly everything clicked for fans. If what he's saying is true, then the chain of exposure doesn't stop with her. It could go way further than anyone expected. It starts with her, but next up on Charleston White's list was Drake. Everybody remembers when he was spotted getting extra close to the red-haired rapper at the club, sitting side by side, his arm around her, even planning a kiss on her cheek. "Just met my wife, Sexyy Red," Drake captioned on Snap, and Red quickly reposted it with, "I'm your favorite rapper's rapper." And it didn't stop there. They've been seen together multiple times, always giving off way more than just friends vibes, which is exactly why White's claims are hitting so hard.
But I said to myself, she looked like it get hot. It looked like it get funky in whatever room she f***ing in. It get hot.
But Drake isn't the only one catching smoke. Wait until you hear the next name Charleston dropped. Things got messier when Chief Keef came into the picture. Sexyy Red herself admitted they were way more than friends, even if she never slapped an official label on it. "That's my peoples, that's my dog," she said. "I don't got too many homeboys I can sit on the phone with, and I'm not even saying that's my homeboy, cause I don't know what he got going on. We like each other. Yeah, we like each other. That's my N." She even joked that he might be my third baby daddy, stirring the pot even more. And just to crank the drama higher, she threw shade at King Von's sister, Kayla B, over Keef, making it obvious that something deeper was going on between them. Now here's where White's accusations really sting. If that alleged medical report is real, and if she was that close to Keef, then it raises serious questions about whether he could have been exposed too. That's the danger Charleston's pointing at. It's not just about one person. It's a ripple effect that could reach multiple big names in her circle. And just when it looked like things couldn't get messier, Charleston White tossed another name into the fire. This one's still a mystery. Sexyy Red once shared a photo on Instagram showing her in bed with a man whose face she kept hidden. The only clue? His ankle brace, hinting he might have been on house arrest at the time. She doubled down with a bold caption, "I like messing with drillers, redhead killer." But here's where it ties right back to White's claims. If those alleged reports are real, then every person she publicly links herself with suddenly feels like another piece in the puzzle. That mystery man could be yet another connection in the chain, someone caught up in the ripple effect Charleston keeps pointing to. And just like Drake and Chief Keef, this unknown figure only adds fuel to the chaos. But White's list didn't stop there. Another shocking name he allegedly put out was streamer Adin Ross. He even bragged publicly about sleeping with Sexyy Red, saying, "I want to announce something. I did have Sexyy Red. It was good." She was kind of the dominant one, but Ross didn't leave it there. He doubled down, admitting he once watched her private tape and hit her up because of it. Gross. When that clip went viral, Sexyy Red clapped back hard. She fired off, "You paid me to take your virginity and I did just that." Then, in another tweet, she joked, "Psyche, you couldn't test me with a stick." Every claim, every hookup, every time she linked herself to somebody publicly, it now raises questions about who else could have been exposed. With names like Drake, Chief Keef, and now Adin Ross, Charleston White's so-called list isn't just shocking anymore. It's got fans wondering how deep this chain really goes and whose name could drop next. And just when people thought it couldn't get any crazier, Ray J jumped in and lit things up on his Twitch livestream. He boldly claimed that he and Sexyy Red hooked up on a flight, but she wasn't having it, clapping back quick, saying, "Even to be saying we slept on the plane together? I said hi and kept it pushing. Is you sick?" She shut that rumor down fast. But here's the question. If it wasn't true, then why was Ray J's name allegedly on Charleston's list at all? That one detail is exactly why fans keep digging, because a denial doesn't always erase suspicion. And this is where it gets messier. You've probably seen the whispers about Sexyy Red and Huncho. It all started with that music video where he played her love interest, shocking fans who thought the chemistry looked a little too real. Then she doubled down by dropping IG captions that lined up perfectly with the lyrics, sparking talk that it wasn't just acting, it might have been real. Now here's the wild part. When you filter that through Charleston White's alleged medical claims, suddenly Huncho's name looks like it could be in the same tangled circle. If he really was messing with her, even casually, then people are gonna ask if he was part of that ripple too. Because let's be real, a second is all it takes for stories of STDs and flings to start stacking up. And once they do, fans don't see it as random gossip anymore. They see a full-blown pattern, and that's exactly why White's so-called receipts flipped the focus.
Because Sexyy Red pushed a lot of sexual violence, and so my kids would have to be grown to go listen to that.
Suddenly, it's not just about rappers already exposed. It's about whether Huncho might be caught up too. With Charleston's list still spinning online, people are already betting on whose name might be the next to blow up. But just when you think it can't get any crazier, it's not only Charleston White dropping bombs, even Sexyy Red's own baby daddy jumped in, accusing her of burning rappers and waving around what looked like paperwork to prove it. Where is all this paperwork even coming from? Here's the twist, though. He later backtracked, claiming he never actually caught anything at all. And that's why Charleston's so-called medical receipts hit way harder. His angle kept the spotlight locked on her, not just another bitter ex trying to stir drama. During a call, her baby daddy pressed her, asking if she was gonna keep it gangsta. Red didn't give a straight answer. He went further, making it clear that even if a virus is dormant, it doesn't just disappear. To prove he wasn't bluffing, he flashed paperwork showing there was no active detection when it came up, but then doubled down with a wild claim. "Oh, favorite rapper? She burning everybody." He added, "You gotta be strong for that north side pull, cause it's not for the weak, and I'm the weak. Remember, you started this." But just as quick as he threw gas on the fire, he backpedaled, saying he never actually caught anything, and even showing proof to clear himself. Still, the damage was done. The fact that her baby daddy even entertained it makes people look back at all those rappers she's been linked to, even the casual hangouts. When STDs get thrown into the mix, suddenly Charleston's entire list feels way more believable. Fans can't help but imagine the ripple effect. One hookup here, another there, and it makes you wonder who else might secretly be caught up in this storm. And here's the kicker. Sexyy Red herself has openly admitted to having STIs before, even joking about it online. She once posted a viral pic of a fan outside the ER holding dollar bills spelling out, "I want the STD," and she captioned it, "It's gone now, Ema done took my meds." That's classic Sexyy Red, turning controversy into a joke. And she didn't stop there. Her own brand leaned into the image with lip gloss names like gonorrhea and yellow discharge. So when Charleston White dropped that alleged medical report, people weren't laughing anymore. They started saying that the STDs were part of her brand, and her own words admitted more than jokes ever could. At one point, she flat out revealed she had chlamydia twice. She explained that after she and her man broke up and messed around with other people, they got back together and both noticed something smelled off. "We both was like, what the F is that smell?" she said. They went to the doctor but never figured out who brought it in. Now line that up with White's supposed receipts, the rappers she's been linked to, and even her baby daddy's accusations. You see why fans are connecting the dots. With that kind of history, Charleston's list suddenly feels way more believable. And if you thought it was just White throwing shade, think again. Lord Jamar jumped in too, and he didn't hold back. He straight up said Sexyy Red looked like the kind of girl back in the day where you'd walk in the room, sniff, and say, "It smells like somebody was messing in here." But he didn't stop there. Jamar even added, "I seen the video where she admitted her own poo was stinking, and I thought to myself, she looked like it get hot, like it get funky in whatever room she in." That clowning only made Charleston's leak sound way more legit. Suddenly, that paperwork wasn't just random shade. It lined up with what people were already whispering about her behind the scenes. And that's the real problem. Between her own STI admissions, the high-profile hookups, and commentary like Jamal, this doesn't feel like gossip anymore. It feels like a pattern. It's starting to look like a full-blown pattern, which makes you wonder if some of the names on Charleston White's list are really caught up in that chain of exposure. But here's the kicker. Some folks are even saying Sexyy Red is out here deliberately spreading infections. One fan even wrote, "STDs are part of her brand." She made that choice. On the flip side, not everyone blames her directly. Some see Sexyy Red as just another product of a toxic, clout-hungry culture that chews women up for views and spits them out later. Either way, it's getting sticky, it's getting messy, and Charleston's spin on her is hitting heavy. But this isn't just him talking slick, it runs deeper than that. We're really watching how celebrity antics, social media clout chasing, and sexual accountability are colliding in 2025. Charleston even took it further, saying this isn't new, that Black women have been dragged for years by beauty standards and rap lyrics built on straight misogyny. But now, he swears it's calculated. In his words, the system is purposefully putting artists like Sexyy Red out front to keep tearing down that image. He even claimed she's pushing out messages of sexual violence through her music. That's why, when he put her alleged medical records online and started naming names, he framed it like proof of the bigger war he's been screaming about. Because once private paperwork and big names start flying, it's not just gossip anymore, it turns into a statement. And Charleston White knows exactly how to stir the pot until the whole room clears. One thing's for sure, the conversation around Sexyy Red isn't dying down anytime soon. But next time, I'm putting you on to how the rappers Charleston named actually clapped back. And trust me, some of those responses are just as wild as the accusations. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share this with your crew, drop your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.